Hi everybody, this is Sister Omi. Hope everyone is doing well. I am here to do the new moon in Taurus reading for the sign of Gemini. And that's Gemini's sun, moon, and rising. And so let's just take a moment and talk about this new moon in Taurus. Taurus is earthy. So it's like that need for stability. You have to have that stability right now. That's very important during this time, that need for stability. However, there's certain things that you just have to learn to accept. And accepting that, what I'm saying is knowing the difference between stability and materialism. Now, do you drive whatever vehicle you drive, do you feel you need to drive a different vehicle because you think it makes you look good, you're trying to keep up with the Joneses? Materialism, need versus a want. And when you think about that, it's really just a matter of self-respecting, accepting who you are. And once you do that, it becomes easier to have peace and tranquility in the outer world. That earth is your body also. So yeah, take into account, what are you doing for your health? Are you maintaining your health, or are you jeopardizing your health? That's that stability. And that's also like in your home, your job, however that applies, or really what makes you feel stable. That's the focus at this new moon in Taurus. And in search for that stability, don't get caught up in materialism. That's the key here. So, Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. First card we got here is the Two of Water in reverse. So, have you made some difficult choices that just didn't really work out? Or when you think of this Two of Water, when you look at it upright, that's like being in a relationship with someone and they mirror you. And in reverse, this is like being in a relationship with maybe someone you don't trust, or maybe you don't trust yourself. Or maybe it could be, since we're looking at stability and this is in reverse, maybe you didn't give 100%. It was like you were just looking for what you could get, but you never really opened your heart to anybody because you're self-centered. Just a possibility. Then, also, this could be an indicator that you need more self-love. Because, you got to love yourself before you can love somebody else. And with all this water, this emotion, you want health and wellness. But it's like you have to open up your heart. Because this here is showing that you just feel there's no harmony and peace. This is saying there's no emotional peace and tranquility within yourself, within your home, within your job, depending on however this applies, within your relationship. Only you know what that is. But there is some feeling of dis-ease here. Now, we also have Oshun, and she's in reverse. In fact, all your cards are reversed this week. So this is also saying there is some distrust, and you're being impatient. So is it you don't trust yourself, or you don't trust others, or are you being impatient with others, or you not being patient with yourself, or is there some type of stagnation? And are you looking at others and then instead of maybe evaluating yourself? I'm not going to say the other person or whatever the situation didn't play a part, but you always have to take your own inventory first and see exactly why you're feeling this way. Does it go back to that Two of Water? You made choices, or based on the choices that you have made. It's always I'll just leave it at that. Sometimes you got to look at the choices you've made. And this is also saying here that your intuition may be a little off. There's an imbalance here. Your perception is off. Your timing is off. You're just a little out of kilter emotionally here. Oshun is the river. And you got that Two of Water. So emotionally, intuitively, psychically, spiritually, you may be just a little off center. And you need to find a way to bring yourself back into that peace and tranquility inside. So that's what shows on the outside world. Not that you have to prove anything to the outside world. But when you're at peace, regardless of what your situation is, people will see that. Now, the advice card, message from spirits, message from the dead, however you want to look at it, is the World. And it's in reverse. As they say, the world keeps turning. So you're on the downside. So but with all these cards, you are just totally self-involved. It's like you have the attitude possibly that it's all about you, and maybe in hindsight there could be some regret, and then possibly you're just unwilling to change. But to get this turned around, basically, the message is, which I'm reading right from the book here, is do not give up and don't be afraid. The road you have taken is the right one, and whatever difficulty you find will be brief, and you will achieve the results you desire. And basically, this is saying, okay, and this could be just a period of time. At this particular junction in your life, maybe you just feel like, I don't know, anyone remember people play that 52 pickup? They throw the cars on the field now, pick them up, and you just feel like maybe your whole life is like cars just thrown against the wall, and you're a little off balance here. But the thing is, you can't blame other people, because sometimes we are willing participants in things that go on in our lives. And like I said, doesn't mean that other people didn't play a part, but we have to be willing to look at the part we played in this scenario ourselves. So how do we get this turned around? So as I said, to turn this around at this particular new moon, so that we can feel at peace and tranquility, feel that stability in our foundation. There's a need for stability now, and to satisfy that need is not going to be easy. Now, like I said, the problem is just finding your own self-respect, and don't seek materialism, or don't look at stability as a form of materialism. And don't give up and don't be afraid. So how we turn this around? You have the solar plex chakra card. This is self-mastery. So this is a time and that you are being called upon to master your gifts. Gemini, you're being asked to pull everything. If you look at it like this, everything you got inside of you, it's about getting them together and mastering your gifts. And you're probably already on your way to do it, but right now this is going to take a little extra courage and love, self-love, and the time and attention that's needed to hone your skills more or less, and determine maybe what is your life's mission, and plant those seeds now at this new moon to make that change. The seeds that are required, that is going to bring you closer to your life path. And maybe this is why you're all like those 52 cards on the floor, because you've gotten off your life path. Or with this Taurus moon, you have come to realize that you've been seeking materialism versus stability. Only you can answer that question. But at this time, I mean, everybody at some point in time feels like this at some time. But what the Spirit is saying here is you could pull it together. You can hone your skills. And it doesn't matter how old you are, because, you know, life is unpredictable. One minute you could be talking to your spouse and the next minute they could be gone. And life is like that, you know. But as I always say, everything is in nature. And so we have the labyrinth tree. And the labyrinth tree is about prosperity, which is very Taurus, right? And I'm just tilting so I can read it. It's like, be vigilant and receptive. A golden treasure may have more potential than meets the eye. So, you know, I don't know, did I use that analogy? The Geo versus the Mercedes? So maybe you get that Geo versus that Mercedes, and you realize that, I mean, you have the potential now to save so much money, save so much in damage to the environment, you know, with gas, you know, all these things. And you can save and build on your prosperity. And it's a good commuter car. Let's say you go back and forth to work and you have to travel a distance. So it's going to save you money instead of getting a gas gobbler. I'm just saying, prosperity is in so many ways. And even if this is your physical body that is in question, that needs to be stabilized. If you're vigilant, I mean, something as simple as stop drinking soda and drink more water. And you got that solar plex chakra, get more out in the sun and walk. So maybe there's some places you can walk instead of ride. That's going to make a difference in your physical body. Plant new seeds. So, Taurus, let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you'd like. This is Sister Omi, you guys. Peace.